Hey guys, good morning. It's Guiana, and that's Kimmy. I'm back with another video. So this one won't be too long. I won't go too in depth on this. I will leave it up to you all to do the research yourself. And when I say research, that's just seeking knowledge. Whether it be the Bible, whether it be from someone like a trusted mentor, just anyone that you consider, knowledgeable. But I wanted to touch on soul ties with you all just because I know nowadays we hear a lot about soul ties and about ungodly soul ties and them having to be broken. And for me, I actually struggled with this because I believed that there was a such thing as soul ties. And I was battling with it. I felt like in bondage. But then once I had discovered that soul ties actually aren't a thing, it's just a term that someone came up with that people have started to use, even in the churches. And this is no offense to churches at all. I love church, but there's just some teachings that are false, or don't have biblical evidence to back them up. But anyway, so this term soul ties. Okay, when I had got out of the relationship that I was in, I felt like for some reason I was stuck. I was still in bondage. There was something holding me back. And it becomes, somewhat discouraging when you're like, I'm over this person. I'm not even like in love with them. Like, I don't know what this is. We know that the soul is made up of the mind, will, and emotions. And so to say that your soul is intertwined with someone else's is false. Okay, we know even in marriage you become one flesh, so we know what the flesh is. The flesh is the body. At the end of the day, we're to kill the flesh, actually, and to just really die to ourselves. And so after trying to find out exactly why I still felt, in bondage or held captive to something so negative and in my past, it was a struggle. It was a huge struggle. But then as I figured out more, being that the soul is the mind, will, and emotions, those are all things that we have to take responsibility for, and that we have to heal, and that we have to work on. And so we know that the devil, he's the father of lies, right? So of course he will try to sit and come attack your mind. He'll try to attack your emotions, having you feeling, certain types of ways, depressed, sad, lonely, anxious, whatever it may be. But we know that that's something, that's a fight, that's spiritual warfare. And those are things that we have to overcome. But by no means are you connected through someone because of that. Just like the whole trauma bonding term. So for me, I was like, oh, like that answers, like you experience trauma with someone. And so that keeps you all together, like somehow connected. When in reality, it's a Band-Aid to kind of help you somewhat heal, because you're like, oh, like I have the answer now. Like this is what it was. When really we just have to do the work ourselves, you guys. Because I felt, healed, but I was just like, but why is there all this baggage still connected to it? Why do I not feel free? Isn't it time for me to, since I know these things and I've accepted these things, shouldn't I now like be clear and feel healed? And I didn't until, I kid you not, a couple of days ago. I want to say maybe now like 3 or 4 days ago, when I realized that there was nothing to connect, or there was nothing to show me that soul ties were even a real thing. I have like an aha moment. And like all the stress and all the frustration, all of the unknowingness, all of those like different feelings and anxiety connected to these soul ties that I thought I had, they faded. Like they literally like went away. And I thank God for that. But it took me knowing the truth. Satan couldn't trick me anymore. You were with this person, so you have to live with all of these emotions and all of this this stuff clouding your mind and clouding your thoughts, and then we as humans, we feel like we have to have an answer, or there has to be a reason, like, what is this? Because 1 + 1 has to equal 2 for everything. And for some things in life, that's not how it is. It's just, there's not a word for it. I mean, it's just really being, I don't even want to say strong enough, because I am sensitive to understanding pain, but just being, understanding that once you get the knowledge, you have to apply it. And so with that is healing, and understanding how to heal, understanding what that means, because it may not be accepting the fact that there was a soul tie. That's just kind of a way. It is easier, especially in church, to put a term on something, and at the end of the day, they're just trying to get us to not commit, to not fornicate, but we already know that we don't need to be doing that. But it's just, it's more of a way to let, I guess, people know that, once you lay down with someone, you've now allowed, yourself to become attached to them in some sort of way. And really, it's somewhere, I can't remember exactly where, but when you guys get time, go look it up yourselves. It's in the Bible, and it talks about, like, if you lay with a prostitute, you become one flesh. Doesn't say anything about one spirit, one soul. Our spirit is with God, the only one. So we just have to be careful to not, there's a lot of mixing up of, like, mainstream with the church. We just have to be careful to not take everything and believe it to be true. Take everything with a grain of salt, research it yourself. But yeah, I hope you guys are blessed by this. If that's something you've been struggling with, like, I'm telling you, like, I'm finally free, and it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. Once I found out what the truth was, your soul is your soul, okay? Even when you get married, your soul is your soul. Your spirit is your spirit. Your flesh, once again, does become one. So just stay learning, stay up to date. Don't get caught up in, listening to different, people, life coaches, and all of these people saying this is what this is, and so this is how you fix it. Sometimes we don't know, and we learn something, and then we just start throwing the stuff around like this is what it is, when it's really not. So hope you guys are blessed by this word. Hope y'all have a great day. Stay blessed, be a blessing, and I will be talking to you all later. Bye.